Ancient Gears have just gotten new support in the form of an Ancient Gear Dragon. A different one that's level 5, might be able to mix with Cyber Dragons, and can negate spell effects of your opponent. Which negation is something that you don't see of a lot of Ancient Gear stuff. They kind of protect themselves, not stop your opponent. So will this change how they're played? We're going to find out. Passing it to you, Mario. Ooh, it's a tie. Ooh. High five. Great. I'm playing Ancient Gear. I'm going second. Simple as that. Ancient Gear, if you get the power you need, you're going to do some damage. And this hand wouldn't have left going first.
Yeah, maybe you should have gone first, because I have
not
some
with this hand.
Oh, I'm going to activate my search spell, Medallion of the Ice Barrier, which allows you to search out any
ice barriers do like to go first, so that's fair enough.
I am going to get, well, her. She's just a good starting card.
Okay.
And then, let me see. I will normal summon her.
She's actually a name revealer of the Ice Barrier.
Yes.
So, don't just say her. Come on. Be respectful.
Okay. I'll discard my frozen domain leading to the Ice Barrier.
Nice.
And this will allow me to special summon a tuner monster from the deck onto the field. I will choose to send... let's see. I'm trying to figure out, which is the best one. I think I have my level 6 guy, but I think he's kind of weird because he's kind of he needs other cards in order to really be used.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna bring out my Hexasphere because Hexasphere is always just a good one to go into.
Yeah, gives you that tuner out there to start messing with as well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna send to the graveyard another monster. I'll send my Zushin, which will increase his level.
Beautiful.
And I could either bring out Brionic or something, but you know what? I'm just gonna bring out Delwyn.
Alright, Dulorin.
But I'm not done there, because I know he's not gonna be good by himself, so I'm gonna bring out my Freezing Chains. Freezing Chains will allow me to bring back out
He also
my
doesn't seem like
Hexasphere.
much of a turn 1 play, but I assume you're going into something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Into my Gungnir, Dragon of the Ice Barrier.
Okay, once again, not a turn 1 play, but...
No, but he is stronger at least.
Oh, that bad, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So I have a couple options.
I only had one monster starting off the hand, so...
Yeah, you gotta chain what you can. So I have Ancient Gear Advance, and I have Limiter Removal. Now, what often annoys me is when you play Ancient Gear Advance, you can't set any cards, so it won't be a Limiter Removal turn, but it will be worth playing nonetheless. We play it, and this will allow me to add to my hand another card. So if we get Ancient Gear Duel, we can't set it, so that's not going to be the option. But we can get ourselves an Ancient Gear Fortress and then be able to Ancient Gear Catapult because I control no monsters. So I think that's how we're going to start here. Just to give me something, since I have Ancient Gear Tanker, which lets me summon any Ancient Gear monster from my hand. Unfortunately, he's the only Ancient Gear monster in my hand, so let's do our best to get something else going. Ancient Gear Fortress comes out, and we'll use Ancient Gear Catapult. Lovely little combo to be able to, 1, special summon. Yeah! We're going to go into... Ooh, is it the Ancient Gear Dark Golem's time to shine? I always forget about him. He becomes an Ancient Gear Golem while on the field, so he does all those things. But he has the additional power of adding more to hand. I forget he is so good. And we can also activate from grave that Ancient Gear Fortress to get even more pieces out here. So, we do get to special summon Ancient Gear Tanker, which won't get his effect up, but more material is more material. And we can add to hand the Ancient Gear Dragon. So, I guess we'll do that. In addition to, what's another fun card to have out there? I guess Commander is not a bad thing to have. So we could do that, or we could go immediately for one of our other things. Can I get the Wyvern here? Why wouldn't you grab Wyvern? I haven't normal summoned yet. We do have to discard something though, so I'm going to discard Limiter Removal, not because it's a bad card, but just since I want to overplay this hand as good as possible, and I can't play it this turn. So now that we have used Ancient Gear Tanker, we can special summon someone. So That can be normal summoned, and that can be normal summoned. So I think we're going to start with just special summoning Ancient Gear Wyvern, so I can normal summon my other card by its own new effect. And that will allow me to search an additional card. That card can be of many things, mostly things that I cannot use right now. But in this situation, I could search Ancient Gear Fusion if I didn't open up with it in the first place. I think... yeah, I don't know if any of these are best just to have in hand. So we're going to grab, I guess, Ancient Gear Duel to maybe use it next turn. Doesn't completely matter a ton. And now we are going to use the effect of Ancient Gear Dragon. Since I control all Earth machines, we can normal summon this without tributing. That's, kind of the extent of its summoning mechanics. It's not quite as good as a Cyber Dragon summoning mechanic. But when you activate a spell or trap card, I can send a machine from the field or an Ancient Gear Golem from the deck, which there's 3 of, to the graveyard and negate. So, not the craziest negate in the game. Obviously, in Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of mid, to be honest, but it's good enough for me. Now, to get additional cards out, since I have an Ancient Gear Golem on the field, I know I'm good to fuse, so we're going to use these 2 as material for an Ancient Gear Ballista. I had no idea I was about to pop off this art, by the way. We're just going with it. Then we can add additional cards to hand, which, once again, I don't know what my next turn's going to look like, but we can set up all kinds of things. Let's just grab the Gear Commander, because we haven't used him yet.
So you have the new dragon out, so as long as you have that out, I feel like I can't play any spell cards, so...
you have so many spell cards in that deck that it's still kind of worth doing, but now that you've played your turn one hand and it wasn't as much as you had hoped for, maybe not so much. So, I can target this, and I can target one face-up spell I control and one face-up monster you control, destroy them. So yeah, if I had gone and searched for a different back row card, I could have done some crazier things here. But while I'm here, might as well get some more summons out. So I'm going to Tribute Ballista and draw another Ancient Gear Advance. And now I think we're just going to go for, just add some fun to it. I have a Clockwork Knight. I know you're a fan of him. He's not going to do anything too crucial to you, but he will be moderately annoying. And we play Ancient Gear Fusion. Since I have Ancient Gear Golem on the field, we get exactly what we need. So we're just going to go for the big one that is immune to your spell and trap effects. And, well, actually, it's not like perfect, because my big guy is immune to spell and traps anyway, and the new card negates spell and traps. So, it's not like huge synergy, but a big monster's a big monster, so we're just going to use it. Cards material, we can use you, sure. What else likes to be in the graveyard? Well, we have plenty of these guys. What else wants to go in the graveyard? From the deck, we can even use this. We can keep that in the deck. And yeah, we do need to use from the monster zone this guy. So out comes the big, scary Ancient Gear Giant. Things are going well with that. Oh, Commander. Yeah, that's the one I want to send to the graveyard, because when he's in the graveyard, you can special summon one Ancient Gear from that. And what wants to come out? Oh, it lets me place my Ancient Gear Duel right to the field. That's the combo. I don't think since, like the 1 or 2 other times I've played with the new Ancient Gear cards, I've gone to the full extent of that combo. But here we are with all of the Ancient Gear new support, our big boss monster, and the Ancient Gear Dragon to add a little negation onto the field as well.
Ooh, is this going to be... am I going to be able to break this field at all?
Yeah, like if you have monster effects to break it, then yes, I think it's breakable. But actually, no, not when I get Ancient Gear Duel in the field, I'm safe. So, actually, no, that's not true. Ancient Gear Duel, I always forget, doesn't help my Ancient Gear Giant at all. Because
you can't unaffected by spells and traps.
Even my own. Yeah, but if I were to go for one of my other fusion monsters, then it would be a little tougher to break. They're not quite as scary as Ancient Gear Giant, but in this particular field, they might have been the best option. Doesn't mean you're going to be able to get past a spell negate and a big giant monster, not to mention Clockwork Knight might throw you in for a loop. But any field can be optimized.
Okay, I drew bad. I drew bad. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, I might just not be in it for you this duel.
No, probably not.
Because this is probably the best, among the best Ancient Gear setups I've done before. So let's just go for it. Any other fun things for me to do? We can do an Ancient Gear Catapult and get rid of stuff from here. We have another Ancient Gear Dragon on hand. You know what? I didn't know if this situation would come in right away, but I think it's worth more than not doing it. So, oh no, since I have Ancient Gear Giant, I can't use my Ancient Gear Dragon because it's a dark monster. Yeah.
I was gonna say earlier. Yeah, your Ancient Gear Duel won't work because you had the many lessons of you trying to finish me off in one turn with a limiter removal and then not working.
No, very much so. So I think I'm going to stand by it that Chaos Ancient Gear Giants shouldn't be the standard play in this deck. You should go into the other ones because they're all Earth. I could have, in this situation, well, still might be able to, but bring out another Ancient Gear Dragon and then go into the Cyber Dragon Infinity combo, which we all know and love so much, or hate and despise, depending on what side of the field you're on. But yeah, that is the extent of that. We're going to use Ancient Gear Commander, activate its effect, send to the graveyard that, and be able to summon Ancient Gear Dragon. I guess just by tributing Ancient Gear Commander. Still worth doing, I think. We still now have 2 level 5s on the field. Now, yes, we are now stuck with the downside. We don't have the heavy spell negate. But come on, it's Cyber Dragon. And we're doing it without having to run actual Cyber Dragons in our Ancient Gear deck. We know the mixes in this aren't so pretty. But here we are, and it's turning out to look pretty good. We'll put it right up here, because we're not going to use that zone for much else. And is there any benefit of me using the Ancient Gear Catapult right here? No, it's just going to give me a token. So, is there any benefit of me activating Ancient Gear Advance? Nope, but I did it. So, we will not be winning this round. Because I'm just clicking things. Well, we can activate this now and then actually get some benefit out of this, I think. So maybe we can salvage what we've done there. That comes out, we get a token, but more importantly, Ancient Gear Fortress has been destroyed, which is kind of critical to that, actually letting me follow through with this. And lets me special summon Ancient Gear Dark Golem. Seems to always be the best choice now that it's in the game, because it just lets you search 2 cards. That's wonderful. It's 2 spells, traps, or monsters. You get exactly what you need. So here we can get a Tanker and a Wyvern, which Tanker lets me summon the Wyvern, and Wyvern can search whatever spell I need. So that's an incredible combo. Is it worth going into Ballista right now? Hey, we might as well push the envelope here, because I don't think you have crazy defense on the field. So Ballista goes off, we activate it. It gets me yet another card. Is it worth getting all these crazy things? Pff, I don't know. But let's set ourselves up in case we need an Ancient Gear Dark Golem with the Tanker combo instead. That sounds pretty fun.
So
and
the joke I want to make with the Dark Golem is like, it sounds like you're saying dart, like playing darts.
okay.
So it's like I don't want to play darts with him. I feel like he just played that super large dart that should not be played.
Man, this guy's got a Chaos Phasma Blaster 9000 aimed at you. He ain't playing darts correctly. But yeah, let's go for another round here. You can take first again and give me second again. I don't know.
No, I'm gonna go second this time. I want to see how this deck, how much of a defense you can set up. I want to see how much of a defense you can set up.
Okay, well it's very prosperity important right here, so we're gonna go up to 6 because I need to get a monster that can yield me something here. I think the chances of me getting the Cyber Dragon setup out aren't high, so we're definitely going to be throwing some of them away. I don't love the Howitzer. I think I'm going to have multiple copies of the Earth ones into this deck soon. We'll get, honestly, 2 copies of my Ancient Gear out, and then we'll just commit not to doing Infinity here. And there we go. We can go into Ultimate Pound to get something out, but I do not have the Fusion card, so I can't automatically get whatever I want out. I don't have... well, I can go for Ancient Gear Catapult because I have a Gear Fortress to work with. That would be pretty decent. I could do the Gear Advance to search more cards, but I think this kind of gives me that choice. Or I can do the Ancient Gear Wyvern so I can actually use the Tanker to its full extent. But I think with this particular hand, we're going to go for the Catapult. It's an easy play to do, and I don't know how I can mess it up. So we'll start there. So Fortress comes out. Simple as that. Catapult activates, destroys the fortress, getting me the effect of both cards. They love their destruction. And as I promised you before, we will use this opportunity to summon Ancient Gear Dark Golem. That lets me search 2 more things. So out it comes, and might as well activate this as well. I think I might prefer to time those opposite, now that I'm thinking about it with this summoning my Ancient Gear Tanker, but that's okay. We will get other good things. Adding to my hand now, we can add... We haven't normal summoned yet, so we can get the Ancient Gear Dragon, and I think it'll be beneficial against you. And what else do I want to get? We can probably do that in an Ancient Gear Fusion, I think, and it might set us up very nicely. So we'll do that. Send to the graveyard. It's going to be limited removal again, just because, once again, I want to use all these cards. And Tanker lets me summon that right to the field. So, actually, I didn't use a normal summon this turn. We're just here like that. And we will use the Ancient Gear Fusion to target our Ancient Gear Golem on field. And who to bring out? Megaton Golem has the advantage. I can special summon another Golem from the field. The Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem has piercing damage, and when it's destroyed, I can get an Ancient Gear Golem from graveyard. I guess just this is going to be the play for just-in-case scenarios. So let's just start using cards from the deck. We know we want to use a Commander, because that gave me some benefits. Don't think I need a Hunting Hound this duel. And then from the Monster Zone, we'll have to use Dark Golem. So this guy, less power, just needs 3 materials, though. So out he comes. Ancient Gear Commander, what can he do again? Normal summon an Ancient Gear monster. I think that's fantastic. Oh, yeah, we get to place our Ancient Gear Duel on the field. That's why. Okay. Is there a reason to go into Ancient Gear Ballista right now? Kinda, but I think I'd rather just not. If I activate the effect of Ancient Gear Tanker, target a card, I destroy it, then all my guys gain attack, but that's about it. So I think I'll leave the field as it is. Obviously, there's some weak spots on it, but I don't think that I want to do anything about it. So I'll end turn.
Alright, so obvious target for you first. Medallion of the Ice Barrier.
Yeah, it's a flat-out search. You gotta stop your opponent's free searches. That's just how it goes. This makes me send another card to the graveyard, so I can negate it to any machine monster. I don't think... I can send the Ancient Gear Megaton Golem from field, but I don't think I want to do that. So it's probably just an Ancient Gear Golem. Yeah, because it has to be Ancient Gear Golem from deck, or a card from the field. So, since we did not use anything crazy yet, we'll just do that.
No, OG Ancient Gear Golem. Like, a lot of these cards still require you to just play...
I will say, pre-2013 or whatever versions of Ancient Gear that were still playable, did not use the OG Ancient Gear Golem, so effectively you could use an Ultimate Pound and stuff to fill the void. But the new stuff very much needs him. And on top of that, the new Dark Golem becomes him, and you still need to use the other one. So it's a fun kind of overhaul of the deck entirely.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, looking back at my extra deck, I realized what I could have done the first duel.
Nice.
So, bring him out. Cannot activate. If you control an Ice Barrier monster, you can special summon this. If this card is normal, special summon an additional monster from level 5 or lower.
Okay.
Bring out the Hexa Spirit that's currently in the hand.
Nice. Lowers my attack a little bit. Might matter to you. Actually, it looks like it could very well matter looking at the levels on the field, but...
Yep. Go straight into Lancia. Dragon Ancestor.
Okay. So, you're not trying to do anything to me, are you?
Oh, I am. Because I play Freezing Chains. Which brings back my Revealer.
Nice.
Now, I can do that. If I make... Okay, so level 5, I have nothing. But if I go to level 6, I could potentially bounce back one of your monsters back to your hand.
Ooh, spicy. Go for it.
Yeah, I think I am. So, going to activate its effect.
Yep, Hexa. Get him
level
to level
2. So that I can bring out the old-fashioned Brionic.
Okay. Go ahead. Ancient Gear Duel. This'll be fun. Yeah!
Darn.
Unaffected by your opponent's activated monster effects. Thank you, Ancient Gear Duel.
All right,
that being said, you have power to wipe out half this field, but it slowed you down, and I get to keep my monster out here. Not bad. Ancient Gear's not going to become a meta deck because of these new cards, but, you know, it worked here, so I can't really complain too hard. What is our next choice
I feel like
of
not
actions?
every new support, every deck needs to be meta. I feel like there's enough in Yu-Gi-Oh where you can still have fun with your friends. Like, hey, I wanted to play these ancient machines against your future machines.
Definitely.
And all that. And I feel like that's what we represent more of. We represent the fun side of Yu-Gi-Oh, rather than the meta side.
So we're gonna. I don't have any huge plays to do here. What happens if I destroy my Ancient Gear Duel here? Let's see. I can fusion summon by banishing cards from the graveyard, including Ancient Gear Golem, but it doesn't let me activate them at all right now. So I think, yeah. So that only works if I use it to fusion summon. So I don't see anything crazy happening out of this turn. Not sure what to expect here. I'm not going to use my Ancient Gear Catapult because I don't think I need to. I only got like a token out, and I don't have any purpose for that token right now, so it's going to be a slow crawl. We're going to crash into Bionic, get him out of here. I know you need your cards to be able to work, so I'm at least slowing you down, but hey, look at my hand. It's just as empty. We're going to see how this goes.
Alright. Well, you didn't bring out a monster, which I was hoping was what you were going to do, because in response, I can special summon an extra Ice Barrier monster from my deck.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any good reason to bring out a monster. It was only to bring out a token, so we just decided not to. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a draw-off?
Yeah, essentially, actually.
Okay. Well, we got an Ancient Gear Commander, so all things said and done, I think I'd still like to play him, because then I can special summon an Ancient Gear from hand or graveyard, which, it's good. So, Ancient Gear Commander, oh, I can't activate his effect. Okay. Not spicy. Well, let's go for this. Let's go for the Catapult. Is there any reason to get rid of Ancient Gear Commander right now? Not quite. And I need to... Yeah, that's not going to change anything from Megaton. Yeah, I just wish Megaton was stronger, because he has better synergy with the deck, but obviously Chaos Ancient Gear Giant would be winning this duel right now if I had brought him out. So, there's my special summon. Token hits field.
There we go. Which activates the Dragon Ancestors effect.
Yep, and then you can special summon an Ice Barrier card. Oh, from your extra deck. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will choose to bring out... I think this counts as a synchro summon, does it? No. If he leaves the field by any means by your card effect, but it leaves the field by your card effect, it counts as a synchro summon. So I need to be careful on that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my Trishula Zero Dragon of the Ice Barrier.
Okay.
And then I'm going to change you to defense mode.
Hey. Okay, cool. All right, now...
I should have switched your token to attack mode to make you fear, actually.
I mean,
never mind.
Then it would just be this, yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to get my ballista moving. Okay.
And then I get to bring out another one. Thank you.
Really?
Yeah, as long it isn't once per turn.
Jeez. Okay.
It's once per chain.
Well, then maybe I should have crashed with him earlier on. But now I know. I don't think I have an answer for you then. Because now it's too late to crash. You have the power of the field. Oh, you can do that too every turn?
Yep.
Yikes. Alright, well... Yeah, what does save me here? Add a card to the hand, because...
That being said, I still don't have the power to get over you, by the way.
Yeah, he's still got his defense points on the field, but, I mean, that feels like it's just a matter of time. We've already used that. Ooh, this is a spicy duel. Okay. Can we do anything fun with Tanker? Kinda. I think I'm going to add Tanker to hand here. And then I don't really have much else to do, so... It's just going to be turn ender. I guess we can ballista. Can I ballista myself away? One target, or one spell or trap that I control. Sure. We'll do that.
Okay, let me see. I'm going to activate this now.
Okay.
I'm going to activate my Frozen Domain leading to the Ice Barrier. Your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to the activation of your Ice Barrier monster effects.
All right. So yeah, I only reduced you to 0, but that's good enough for right now. So we'll just take that kill while we can. Obviously, we're in for some other trouble when it comes to your monsters, but we'll live with it.
Yep. This comes out, and I will bring out Trishula. And since it counts as a synchro summon,
Oh,
I
it
can
does.
banish one card in the field.
Yes,
Your
I like it.
Megaton. One card from your graveyard. Your original
Commander's
Ancient Gear
valuable.
Golem.
That's valuable too.
And one card
Chivalry.
from your hand.
Okay, now we can finally use this guy's effect. Fantastic. Out comes the ultimate Ancient Gear Golem in attack mode. Alright. Your life points are unfortunately not crazy high here, but I think all I get is one big attack. So, he's done his thing. What's the 0 Dragon of the Ice Barrier going to do to me? Honestly, let's just get Gungnir out of here, because well, you don't have 2 cards in the hand you can get rid of, actually, but that's okay, too. So, yeah, that sounds good to me. End turn. Interesting position we're all in here.
Yeah. Let's see. Because I don't have the power. You definitely have the power right now.
Yeah, just power. That's about it, but it's good. And my effect is not nearly as valuable because you've banished my Ancient Gear Golem.
Wait. Oh, hold on. I think I may have a way.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take some damage for this, but I think I know a way of doing this.
Let's do it.
Alright, so I'm gonna go into my battle phase. I'm going to crash into your ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. Darn it. Does it not act? It was by your card. Is this synchro summon? Synchro summoned. That's the keyword right there.
Yeah, you did too many trick summons.
Because if I could have, that would have brought out another Trishula with 8,000.
Yeah, I was afraid of his effect a little bit, not gonna lie, but I had a feeling it was gonna go like that. Still, you're not out of the woods yet. You can bring another one right out if you have him.
Nope. Because why can't I bring out the other 11-1 I have in the deck?
I don't know.
Because I need 2 non-tuner monsters. It's one of those.
Yeah, a lot of 11s and 12s have those extra caveats that you need.
But luckily I can kind of circumvent that by reducing this guy's level by 2.
Okay, so you can get at least something out, maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah, very same. Alright, yep, then you can activate that effect. Special summon another Trishula and go to town. Or yeah, he just goes to banish right away. And yeah, I don't...
he's still Trishula at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. And that means I think you got me, because he was banished and not destroyed. Here you go. Enjoy all your lovely synchro cards.
Oh no, I need to reveal at least 3, or else the frozen domain doesn't stay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get... I have another Ancient Gear Dragon, but alone he's not gonna do anything.
Well, I do need to draw at least 1 monster to deal that extra little attack.
That's true, but I mean, I'm riding on nothing, so...
Oh. Well, I just drew the good monster for that.
Perfect. Oh yeah, General Wayne. Perfect.
And when General Wayne summoned, get to add to my hand the medallion. Let's see if you're willing to negate one last time, Xylo.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all I can do. And fortunately, when I send my Ancient Gear Golem to the graveyard, I have one in graveyard, and that's kind of fun. Yeah, once again, the ultimate Ancient Gear Golem wasn't going to go off too crazy anyway.
Zushin, my Zushin monster, which normally isn't that useful, came in handy this time by reducing it and allowing me to use the other monster to go into the level 11, which is probably what its original purpose was, actually.
Yeah, that sounds kind of important to the deck, really. So good stuff. Get to take down the Ancient Gear Dragon, who really doesn't change the game for Ancient Gears that much, if I'm being honest. He adds a couple other plays. He adds, like, he's an extra piece to to negate a spell on the field. But as far as Ancient Gears go, like, I don't think I'll run him at more than 1. And I don't think I'm going to rely on him for any of my plays, because it's just kind of existing. In a world where Ancient Gears just want to go second, it's not like Ancient Gear Dragon's gonna make you win if you go first or anything. So, that's that. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it nonetheless. If you do want to see more Ancient Gear Dragon showdowns, then let us know. They will not be fighting Cyber Dragon. We've done that enough, and it's not going to find different results in this. So, subscribe. You'll see whatever comes next. We'll see you next time.
See you, folks.